What's this? I heard about this case and it's terrible. What's going on with Candid with Lubna? We'll have a look at this. It's a bit of a longer video, but we'll have a look. I had briefly had a look. I think she went live, something like that. So I had a quick little look at that. But yeah, it was very brief. Yeah, let's have a look at this.
My life is at risk, guys. I'm sorry. I believe they have found me. Okay, I believe they know where I live. It's not worth it. Seriously, it's not worth it. I wish the British native English people good luck.
Bloody hell.
This is, you know, your country, your
Also, I don't really know about the situation. I don't know what she's done or said or what the situation is. I don't actually know. Hopefully we get some context here.
ancestors, whatever, you know, this is your heritage. They fought for this country. I've done my part. I'm sorry, I don't feel safe in this country. This is supposed to be UK. I'm supposed to feel safe here. I don't feel safe in this country.
Oh.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, it's going to be an unusual one. I woke up today, I looked on YouTube, and I saw there was a channel that I'm aware of, that I watch the content of, that has deleted most of its videos. They've gone.
Huh?
They've just vamoosed.
Deleted all of her videos.
And instead, there was a live stream that I saw this morning.
This is, I think, what I saw. A bit of this. The live stream. What
And
it's
this
talking about.
YouTuber was explaining how, because of certain threats, actual death threats, that this person
Death threats.
have been receiving from Muslim extremists, as they phrase it, people who want to actively harm this person.
Well, Lubna sounds like a Muslim name. Is it she Muslim or what's happened? What's happened?
They have felt the need to get the police involved, but not only that, they have made the choice to completely and utterly remove most of their content from their channel. Like, pretty much all the videos have now gone. This person isn't going to talk about issues within the Pakistani Muslim community anymore. It's just not even going to touch it.
Okay, so that's what she used to do. She talk about all right. So we guess I went through a little buffer phases because I'm thinking of what to say, but so we can surmise that her content was based around Pakistani Muslims in the UK.
Precisely because of death threats.
Because of death threats, she stopped and deleted all of her channels. That's fucking terrible. That's terrible.
From certain Muslims. Now,
that's terrible.
That annoys me. And it annoys me because
isn't it about peace? Isn't it about love? That's terrible.
I don't like thinking that people have that amount of control over someone. And I've watched this person's content for many months now, and this person actually even reviewed a video I made, and I thought it was a good review. And this person, to me, comes across as sincere.
This was one of those that popped up on my homepage again. I don't know who this guy is or what's going on here.
And in this response,
but we're unlocking the information.
You'll learn some things about
Muslims threaten YouTuber for speaking out on Islam. Police are called.
This person that I think is quite upsetting.
Deadly.
I won't beat about the bush anymore. I'm talking about the YouTube channel Candid with Lubna.
Candid with Lubna.
Someone who lives in the UK, who has a YouTube channel, talks about issues pertaining to the Islamic community, or at least they did talk about issues pertaining to the Islamic community. She was born in the UK, but her parents are from Pakistan originally, and I think her grandparents are actually from India. And she's a very level-headed person. She is not a Christian.
So like a British, Pakistani, Indian heritage as well.
Sadly, although she empathizes with...
What was that?
...person, she is not a Christian.
Christian, she's not. Okay,
sadly,
so
although
she's Muslim.
She empathizes with the state of the UK. She calls out what she calls as bad apples within the Muslim community. I think she does a great job of it, and I want to go through some of her live stream.
Seems like one of them based sort of people, level-headed, seeing it for what it is, thinking for herself. Yeah, and then you get death threats. A woman getting death threats. Let's have a look.
I think other people need to know about it. I think it's disgusting, but I want you to see this because it really got to me. I'm not going to lie, it really did. Let's watch the video.
Oh my god.
Oh no, this looks sad. I swear to God, instantly.
So guys, I have just scheduled this live on YouTube last minute, so I'm not expecting anyone to join me. Literally just scheduled this now. And I thought I wanted to give you guys an update on the situation. So some of you guys may have noticed that across both of my YouTube channels, I have taken down videos. The majority of the videos. And my life is basically at risk. I'm gonna cut to the chase. My life is at risk.
Bloody hell, man.
I've taken my videos down on both of my channels. I've just left literally a few of them. And I'm still shaking from last night's experience. I've involved the police, and I can't share everything with you guys for obvious reasons, because it's not just my supporters watching this. It's everybody else, the whole world, and they don't necessarily have the best interest.
Deadly, man. That's horrible, that is. That's horrible and terrible, man.
So I am shaking.
A person can't even speak now, you know what I mean? They kill you, they want to kill you for it. Is this what love is? Is this what it's about? Nah, man, that's not what it's about.
Still, I've had a very sleepless night, and this will be an emotional live.
Fucking hell, you can see she's like visibly shaken. This has visibly shook her. She's upset.
So I've never actually spoken with Lubna, and I was actually hoping I would get the chance to at some point. Maybe that'll happen, maybe. But she's not polemical. She's very level-headed. She seems to every view.
She seems it. She honestly does.
She's had Christians on her channel. I saw a live stream where she had a Christian on, explaining the gospel to her. I've seen atheists and Muslims on her channel, Jews on her channel.
Cool, based, rounded.
Everyone from every kind. And is probably one of the best people to do this, actually. In all honesty, like from watching the content, I thought she did an amazing job, and she's gone from level to level, success to success. And it was such a shock to me this morning to see that it turns out she's been getting death threats from certain members of the Muslim community.
Oh, that's horrible, man.
Simply because she's critical of certain practices and certain aspects of that community.
So what's the problem?
It's not even...
Just simply for being critical and critiquing, they want to come and kill you now. Is that love? Is that about love? Nah, man, that's not about love. That is not about love.
About the belief itself. I mean, I would go further and tie it to Islam. You guys know my view on that. I make a distinction between Islam and Muslims. I will say Islam is responsible, but Muslims are human beings created in the image of God, so I don't tar them with the same brush. She is even more tepid than I am, and says, I'm not even going to say it's Islam, I'm just going to say it's certain issues in the community that Muslims face.
I would agree with that. Maybe it's a bit harsh to point at the whole religion. It is harsh because there are beautiful people in every religion. That's clearly understandable. For us to really understand that, we would really have to look deep into Islam and look at its, fundamental teachings and stuff like that. And maybe we'll have a little delve into that. Same as Christianity and Judaism. I'm interested in all of that, and even those that predate them, all the ancient religions or belief systems that they had, and even possibilities of because I've seen ancient tales finding their way into the holy books that we have today, stuff like that. I'm really interested into that. So like to blame the whole of Islam, I think is harsh, because there are beautiful people in every religion, in Islam, in Christianity, in Judaism. There's good people everywhere. It's people in it, and then some people are extreme. So yeah, I think I would agree with what Lubna said there, how she puts it.
And there are bad apples and there are good apples.
Yeah.
She makes that very clear, and she's always been fair.
Yeah.
So when I started this YouTube channel, I wanted a YouTube channel. I wasn't sure what I'm going to speak about, and as most YouTubers, I slowly started experimenting with different subjects.
Yeah.
But all the subjects that I was speaking about wasn't what I wanted to speak about. And then I started speaking about what I really, really wanted to, and then I was surprised that people want to hear my voice and they are interested as well. And then I built a community here. I've done public lives with you guys. A lot of you guys have been my supporters for a long time. And I think, we've built something good here that is positive. The intent has always been good, is to unite people. Sadly, the tolerance levels within the community, the Muslim and Pakistani community, is generally very, very low. We all know this. So although my intentions were good, I was calling it the bad apples only, not the good ones. I never said anything bad about the good ones, of course, because they're good. I was talking about the bad people.
Yeah.
And I was condemning it because I felt as if, do you know what? Maybe people think all of.
Like when you see something and you see something is wrong, you say it for what it is. Don't hide it. Be honest. This is what I'm always saying. Like, be honest, and most importantly, be honest with yourself. And yeah, that's what everyone would do, right? If you see something bad, you would say that no, that's bad, or you would know.
Of us are like this because I was listening to the feedback, and the feedback was we're not condemning it enough. And that's all I was doing. I've never ever criticized a religion. I've never done any of that kind of stuff. But sadly, because the type of people I'm trying to get through to, they have low tolerance. And I think maybe even intellectually, they're not necessarily ready for what I have to offer.
Yeah. That's mostly what the case is. A lot of the people, they get frustrated because they're unable to even understand or even be able to grasp the concept. So straight away fear pops in, and then anger, and then that's it, and then it's over. Then
I don't think it's worth it for me. I think I've done my part, and I've tried my best to unite people. I've tried my best to be a bridge between the different communities. The psychology is very different.
It's a massive problem, innit? The psychological differences. And I'm with her with the bridge in the community thing, man, because we need to unite. We need to unite as people. Doesn't matter what religion and all of that. That's all blocks. That's blocking us from reaching each other and loving each other. This all blocking us from that. We have to unite, man.
Yeah, I've tried my best. That's all I could say.
It's so unfortunate, man. Look at her. Look, this is sad.
If you imagine you've just had the police come around, you've been getting what seems to be legitimate, concerning threats from people that they're going to do things to you. I think that's horrific. And I think that's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, it's so terrible what's happening to Lubna right now. This is terrible, man.
She then goes on in this next bit to talk about what she was hoping to do, and yeah, just watch this bit.
Although I did want to stick it out for this year.
This is gonna make me cry. This is like sad.
My son wanted me to get 100k subscribers. He wanted me to get the YouTube button, but
Yeah, this is sad.
The experience that I've had last night, where I had to call the police, and again I can't give details. I can't continue talking about the stuff that I talk about, and frankly speaking, I don't want to. I think it's been very clear to me the last couple of years, as my age is increasing, that I've outgrown the community that I'm from. I've outgrown them. Okay, I'm not saying that they're amazing people, fantastic. I wish them good luck. I wish the Pakistani community good luck. I wish the Muslim community good luck. I feel that within me, I've had a battle for a long time.
Yeah. And
frankly speaking, I've outgrown my community.
I can understand that. Yeah, I can understand that. It's fair to say that. That happens to people. That's fair.
So I've done my part trying to help be a bridge and all that kind of stuff. But if they don't appreciate it, if they don't want to hear, anything from me, then there's no point of me continuing with this, especially when my life is at risk. There are people that think it's okay to harm someone, even though I haven't done any blasphemy. Then I've never criticized a religion. Even then, they just, they don't necessarily feel that I should have a voice and say what I'm saying. So what I'd like to tell these people that I'm out. I'm not going to be talking about the Muslim community, the Pakistani community. I wish you guys good luck. Stop trying to come after me and harm me. I'm a single parent.
This is terrible, man. This is terrible, man.
She's a single parent. who's doing YouTube for a living, by the way. She goes on to talk about how she actually left a job that was very well paying to do YouTube full time, only for the very community that she's a part of, a very community that she's from, like her heritage is more from an Islamic background than it would be from a Christian background, coming from Pakistan and before that India. And she's saying, look, I feel like I've outgrown this community. I can't even stay here because there's too many people in this community that actively want to do stupid things like harm her and send her death threats. That to me is disgusting. Like, honestly, like I woke up and I watched this and I was moved, and that's why I'm making this video. In all honesty, I didn't have any intentions of doing this, but as soon as I saw that live stream and I heard what she's been going through, and the fact that she's deleted all these videos, and the thing that she's
Fucking
struggling.
hell, man. That's so sad. That's so fucking sad, man. That's so sad and disappointing. That's so sad and disappointing, man. What a shame. What a shame, man.
I thought,
It's sad.
No,
This is sad,
I thought,
man.
nah, I'm not gonna do nothing with that. That bothers me, and it bothers me a little bit too much. So that's why I wanted everyone to see this. I want you all to see what has happened here to a single mum who hasn't done anything. Like, the most level-headed, mild person in the world, and she's even from this community. She's addressing it with sort of 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of thing.
Yeah.
And she's trying to build bridges.
Yeah.
Trying to build bridges in the least offensive, least controversial way you possibly could, and yet that is too much. And the reason why is because she's just critical of a community's practices. That's it. She's even from the community. She wants the community to do better. But every time she points at something in the news, like, hey, is this a problem? The community can't tolerate it.
That's fucking sad, isn't it, then? That's fucking sad. Got to sort it out, man.
I find that shocking, very telling,
Yeah.
and just sad. Like,
Very
imagine
telling.
threatening a single mum because she didn't share your political views. Like,
That's fucking terrible. And should be ashamed, really. It should be ashamed. Yeah, that's sad, really.
I find that this stupidest thing. In all honesty, there's no way you can justify that. The lowest of the low, to go after a single mum and go after her livelihood. It's not even her own livelihood in terms of what she does to support her child and herself. They actually go after her physically because they want to physically harm her. Lowest of the low, disgusting human beings.
Yeah, that's so bad. That is so. You got to do better. That's so disappointing and shameful.
And so I need to let these people know that I'm not going to be making the content that I was making. I'll talk about. I'm not saying I'm not going to be on YouTube. I will be on YouTube, but I'll just talk about general topics, general stuff. You know, I'll give less of my opinion. I'll talk about general stuff.
Bloody hell, that's terrible, man.
So there's stuff that I don't talk about on this channel because obviously everyone's watching. I've said that my critics watch as well. Around 6-7 months ago, I had to make a decision between my job, which was high paying, and this channel. My employer gave me a decision. It's the channel or it's the job, and I chose the YouTube channel.
What sort of employer, innit? It must have been proper high profile then.
Because they had a policy at their workplace not to have like a social media presence, etc. So I had to make a decision. And although it was a high paying job, I left my high paying job to continue on this journey. And it doesn't pay that much. For those of you guys who are thinking, oh, are you getting money? Yeah, I'm getting money, but it's not paying as much as my job. Okay. I'm a qualified chartered accountant. I was on a high paying job, 6-figure.
Chartered accountant, yeah, serious.
Package. I didn't need to do a YouTube channel, guys. It's a hard work. I was working and I was doing this YouTube channel at the same time. So when I left my job, then I started the Hindi channel as well, because frankly speaking, I needed the money. I'm a single parent. You know, I'm not getting money from anywhere else.
So I'm not.
That's fucking so sad. That is. That's so fucking sad that you've put so much fear in a person's heart now that you've effectively destroyed their livelihood, and you've put fear in their heart that you're gonna kill them, literally physically killing them. That's not love. That's fucked up, man. That's sad.
Monetize on YouTube, so I don't get money anyway. Well, at least not through ads, and not the main way that people on YouTube would get money. But just so you know, unless you're like hyper successful on YouTube, you're not gonna get.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get that much money.
Nah,
I mean, I would actually say it's probably not enough to live off.
Yeah.
In most cases, and that's the situation she's in. And again, she doesn't have a partner who can support her in this. So the fact that she left her job as, I think she said she was an accountant, a particular kind as well, I think a chartered accountant. Imagine making content for a community you're a part of, that your heritage is from. You gave up your high-paying job to do that, and you did it full-time. You did this content creation full-time. It takes a lot of time. For those of you who aren't creators in any sense, making YouTube videos is actually a lot of work. It's a lot of time, a lot of effort.
It's long.
So you really need to be motivated to do it. You need be motivated to set up the right equipment, to dedicate your time, all this sort of stuff. And as a single parent, I mean, that would be, I can't imagine how difficult that is, especially if you're trying to
She
make
must
a
have had a
living
great
from it.
regime and a
then,
plan.
For the very community that you were trying to make these videos for,
routine.
you were trying to, hey guys, look at this bad thing that our community, like some people in our community have done. Maybe we should address this.
Yeah, and that's a great way to sort of highlight it and talk about it, to eradicate it, right? With the good ones in the community, is to speak up about what the bad ones are doing. That's the way you stop bad things from happening within a community, is get the good ones within the community and everyone to speak up about it. And then it will slowly diminish it. You know what I mean?
We should call it out and move forward in a better direction.
Yeah.
Only to have those people in that community turn around and you say, no. Not only are you not going to say that, and we're going to reject you, we're going to call you every name under the sun, we're going to then threaten you with threats serious enough that you actually call the police because of them. Because you're actually afraid for your own safety.
Jesus Christ, man.
I mean,
yeah, I mean, like he said earlier, man, it's quite very telling on the mentality of that person to do something like that. Yes, it's very telling. It's terrible.
Heck, she, a single mom, you don't have anyone there, even if someone does come around your house. That's horrible. It really is.
Yeah.
I've tried my best to bring people together to be a bridge. But sadly, what this community hears is something else. What I'm saying and what they're hearing is completely different. So when they have when they don't want me to help them, there's no point of me putting my life at risk. There's some people who are trying to harm me. They're trying to harm me. And of course, I did call the police last year with online threats. But this time, where people are trying to... I believe they have found me. Okay,
Fucking hell, man.
believe they know where I live.
That's terrible, man.
And there's something that's happened last night where, which I can't talk about. The police came to my house. And I need to move, basically. I need to get out of here. So I wish these people good luck.
She believes that they actually know where she lives. That is terrifying. So not only is she going to be experiencing financial difficulties from the fact that she's feeling, again, because this is just coming from a community that she's a part of, that she's trying to help, actively trying to suppress her, making her feel like she has no choice but to get rid of her own videos on her own channel, which means don't make any more videos, no income, no livelihood,
nothing,
no providing for her own child.
Yeah.
And on top of that, because she's feeling threatened because they know where she lives, at least this is the impression she's got, she's feeling she has to move. So now she's going to have to figure out how to move her and her child out of their home and somewhere else to get away from extremists from the Muslim community who want to harm someone who is more milquetoast than I am. So
that's fucking bad, isn't it?
I'm trying to figure out where to cut this video Because
That's so bad. That is very bad.
I'm just going through a whole video and I'm just watching the
Yeah.
entire thing because I don't feel there is anything I can cut out of it. Every part of this is just more revealing of the story that she's telling about how her own life is being ruined by a small group of people that want to go out, fight for the Ummah, defend the honor of their prophet in any way, and anyone who's perceived as even mildly being a threat, they're not even directly attacking Islam, they're just somewhere adjacent to it. That's enough. Doesn't matter if they're a woman, doesn't matter if they're a single mum, doesn't matter if that's their livelihood, they'll go after them anyway.
What the hell, man? What's wrong with these people? It's very telling.
Despicable human beings.
Yeah, it's
People
very
like that need to be
telling.
held accountable for the things they do.
100%.
Keir Starmer, where you at?
Keir Starmer. No comment.
And I don't care. It's for the people who are like, oh, you're doing al-taqiyya, or we're not going to support you anymore. I'm sorry, but if you don't give a shit about my life when I'm a single parent, and if you're talking about, oh, the extremist one, well, then good luck. Why don't you open a channel, show your face, show your name, and you open the channel, you do what I've done. The fact is, very few people can do what I have done. It takes guts, okay? I thought I can do something positive. The reason why from this community, lots of people, a lot of you guys complain, why are more people not coming out from this community? Why are they not condemning? This is the reason why.
Yeah, it's through fear. It's through fear, innit? That's terrible, man. That is terrible.
First to get attacked. In our Western minds, this is no reason to kill someone. But sadly, the psychology of some of the people that we're dealing with is the tolerance is so low. Like, in their minds, you've done enough that they can take your life. Like,
yeah, it's so terrible. That's not loving. That is not loving.
they will justify it.
I completely agree. I think that's totally spot on. Many people outside of this community who aren't Muslims in any way, who aren't from Pakistan or from Afghan or Bangladesh or anywhere like that, wonder why in the UK there isn't more active, I guess, criticism about certain things.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need the good ones in the community to talk out. That's it. The good ones within them communities that have bad apples in them need to speak out about the bad apples.
One of the best things that Muslim communities in the UK could have done when the grooming gang stuff was being talked about, I mean it still is today.
Yeah, true.
Is to actively gone out and protested.
True.
Just to make their voices heard and to be like, we find this despicable.
That's right. Has there been? There probably has been, and maybe it's not been highlighted. But it is right. That's good.
It shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, like condemning it.
But there is a huge reluctance to do that. Lubna is right. This is why people don't come out more. It's because when people do come out, other people see it as a perceived attack on the community and they're prepared to do really stupid...
Yeah, that's disturbing way to interpret it into yourself. That's toxic, man.
And insane things to someone of whom does not deserve it, purely because they feel they're protecting their community, which is also sad because their community, if they're in the UK, should be with the English. They should perceive themselves as being perhaps not English in the sense they have a long history of coming from kind of like English ancestors, but at least they're English in terms of their values, their mindset, their commitment to the country, wanting to make a unified, supportive place to live based in Western values. But when they attack their own Muslim people in their own communities for just talking about issues,
it's terrible. It's very telling.
It tells you, one, they're not prepared to talk about the issues, and two, they think that their community, it's not with the English, it's not in the UK, it's not with the people that they live with, the people that they see as broader society, it's only with the people down the mosque, it's only with the people who come from the same places before they came to the UK.
So, I can understand that sort of mentality,
Which is sad.
Yeah, very sad.
Especially the Hindi channel. I've worked so hard. There were people trying to, like other YouTubers, trying to bring down my channel. So I was putting so much effort. The guests that I've brought on that channel are A-list guests. Now, considering that I'm not even Indian, and I'm a small YouTuber, the fact that I was even able to get those kind of guests,
Bloody hell, she must have been doing pretty well.
people can see how hard I was working. Okay, I've been working my ass off, interviewing people, doing public lives,
She's clearly. This is so fucking sad, man.
doing reaction videos, making my own content. I tried my best. My life is at risk, guys. I'm sorry. So whoever's watching this, if you're one of the extremists who are trying to come after me, I'm not interested in talking about this community. I'm not interested in talking about Pakistanis or Muslims anymore. I just wish you guys good luck. I'm not going to be talking about this stuff. I think I've outgrown the community, and I think you guys you're at your own pace. Okay, the reason why I've outgrown the community, and I'm not trying to demean them in any way, is because it's not just because I've studied. Okay, because other people have studied and they're still radicals.
Yeah.
It's because of my upbringing that my mother and my parents were not radicals. You know, they weren't that extreme. And
Yeah.
also because I've traveled and I've got critical reasoning skills. I think for myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very few people.
Critical reasoning skills and thinking for yourself is very important as an individual. I think that's very important skills to have as an individual.
We all think that we think for ourselves, but we're all indoctrinated.
I like what she
Yeah.
says here about
Yeah.
how she's been able to kind of escape her own upbringing from her own sort of ingrained, brought up perspective. And we all have that. We're all brought up with certain beliefs that our parents
Yeah.
teach us that, you know,
Yeah.
some of us are brought up Christian, some of us are brought up atheists. I was brought up an atheist. Some of us were brought up Jewish or Muslim. She was brought
Yeah.
up from a Muslim background from her parents, but then because she's both educated and because she's traveled, and I think that's actually a really big key there, she's gone places and seen
Yeah.
actually what are different places like. I actually wonder if I'm guessing she's been to Pakistan, right, where her parents are from.
Definitely.
Maybe she's been to
Definitely.
India and
She
other
seems
places,
like it.
and compared some of these countries with England and thought, hang on a sec, in the West, it's a totally different way of doing things than from Pakistan or other places. So she's had the freedom of being able to see both sides and decide which place has greener grass, I guess you could say. Which place is a more tolerant society, not in an extreme tolerance sense, but in a people actually have the power to get along without killing each other.
Yeah, that's what we need, man. We need understanding.
Without hurting each other, and contribute to everyone's lives and bring others up, because you have a
Man.
community where you're able to support one another even if they look different from you,
It doesn't matter.
because you're not obsessed with how they dress, you're not obsessed with whether or not someone's got their hair covered or whether someone's correctly
Whatever they believe or whatever this, whatever that, got to look beyond that.
fasting or not, but you can look at bigger issues.
Yeah.
Yes, I would like
Yeah.
the extremists to know. Fantastic, you've won. Okay, good luck. Please don't come after me. I'm a single parent. I don't have money right now. I left my job to build these YouTube channels. I really genuinely thought I'm doing something good. Okay? Now, if you guys don't appreciate or whatever, you guys think you can take someone's life when I'm trying to help. My supporters kept saying, criticize Islam, criticize Islam. I never criticized Islam. I said my whole entire family is Muslim. I never did anything, but still, you guys have such low tolerance.
Yes, this is a tragedy, really, when you really think about it, because it's highlighting that sort of mindset, that radical mindset.
The
Yeah,
problem
this
is,
bad.
when you say something where you're trying to improve the community thinks you're the enemy. And then anyone who's outside the community, who's not a Muslim, who's not Pakistani, they also see me potentially as an enemy because they think I'm Muslim Pakistani, right? So you get bashed from both sides. Both sides get bashed. Bash me. And I've always tried to keep a balance. I've always tried not to pander to anyone's views. I've always tried to do that kind of stuff. The fact is, I know that my voice was a powerful voice, okay? Although I didn't need to criticize anyone's religion to make my point. And that's what they can't stand as well. They can't stand that I haven't done any, like, you know,
Yeah.
stuff.
And she's totally right. She hasn't really criticized Islam in a sort of outspoken way.
Yeah.
I can imagine the kind of situation she's in. She's making content to try and address the issues of her community, but from a way that isn't totally condemning that community, but trying to give a way out, which is to be better, to stop doing practice A and start looking at things the West does. If you're in England, look at the English, look what they do, right? If you're in the UK, maybe look around, maybe they do things better. Maybe we shouldn't do this, we should do this instead. And nothing in that is inherently hurtful or overly criticizing or demeaning or anything. It's just sincere advice and her sincere opinion on what people could be doing better. And they can't go after her for, oh, you're just an Islamophobe, you do XYZ. She's like, no. I've got one foot in this community, I've got one foot out of this community, I'm trying to build bridges, but you guys don't want me to build the bridges because I was going to say you're trying to blow up the bridges. That might be a bit tongue-in-cheek.
Fuck.
But you get my point.
Cheeky.
She's trying to build bridges, but there are people out there who are actively trying to stop her for doing that.
Yeah. Why? Why don't they want unity then? Why wouldn't these extreme radicals want unity? It's very telling.
Evil of ways.
Yeah.
I just thought I'll come live because I don't want to sit there scripting stuff or redoing it, whatever. This is, it is what it is. My life is at risk. The police is involved. And
Bloody hell.
I've changed so much things in my life to continue this channel that you can't even understand because I don't talk about it. I don't talk about the stuff because there's people, like I said, listening who criticize me. It's not even just critics. I can handle critics, but there are people that think it's okay to take my fucking life, for God's sake.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Critics is okay. Critics is fine. That's the part and parcel of the game. But thinking it's okay to take someone's life because of their critique or whatever, because of their view or whatever they're speaking. No. That's evil. In fact, that's evil. That is. And why? Why would you want to do that? Why? Why are you stopping bridges being made and communities being connected? Why? What's the reason for this?
It's not worth it. Seriously, it's not worth it. I wish the British native English people good luck. This is, your country, your ancestors, whatever, this is your heritage. They fought for this country. I've done my part. I'm sorry, I don't feel safe in this country. This is supposed to be UK. I'm supposed to feel safe here. I don't feel safe in this country.
This
Where
is
people
terrible.
think that they can get away with harming me because this is what's happened to this country's become so we're just anything can happen.
This to me has been eye-opening because I've always known that if someone sticks their head out from the crowd, they're going to get shot down by the rest of the Muslim community for daring to critique certain practices or certain ways of doing things.
Fucking hell. It's aggressive, that is. Barbaric, almost. If that's how it is, that's very barbaric.
But I never
Fucking hell.
thought I'd see such a clear example of it in just one
evil,
video
that is.
of someone's life that's in danger of being ruined, and she's now taking drastic steps to try and appease them, to try and
That's so
salvage
sad.
what she can.
That is so sad.
Because a small minority of people didn't like the fact that she had a voice.
Yeah.
That annoys me. That
Yeah.
very much annoys me.
It's piss
Not
take,
only
innit?
that, but
Fucking hell.
these lovely Muslim
It's a
gentlemen,
sad story, really.
pretty confident they're gentlemen, who want to abuse women, who are single mums, by being internet armchair warriors, crybaby jihadis that are man
Fucking hell.
enough to even control their own
Jeez.
feelings, actually start
Yeah.
sending her threats during this live stream.
They start sending threats on the live stream, yeah?
They did that. They really did.
Last time I was like, you should not be carrying this burden on your own. It's too
Can I
much.
just say, I've just read in the private chat someone's giving me death threats,
yeah,
but they're not
yeah,
going to come on
yeah.
stage. So repent to Islam, Lubna, surrender, and take back your slander and lies about Muslims. What slander and lies about Muslims? Every fucking video is titled Pakistani, this Paki, that Paki's this. You're a racist, dirty pig, and you got what you deserve. You should say sorry to all Muslims and Pakistanis. And then
Bloody hell.
this person says, retarded bitch, you deserve to die for supporting Israel war on children. I've never supported Israel's war
Huh? What's wrong with these people? Yeah, people were demented, man.
on children. I bet you
People
will never tell a
demented.
lie about Pakistanis ever again. LOL. Little kafir pig, you are a liar. you help the Zionists and EDL. I haven't helped the Zionists and EDL. I've never gone to a protest. I don't know Tommy Robinson.
What the hell is wrong with these people? You see, so you don't align, you automatically are with their perceived enemy. What is this radicalization of the mind? Why? Why are they doing that? For what reason, I wonder?
With all your Zionist friends on YouTube, you help them wage war on kids in Gaza. I haven't done anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I've always condemned
This is
it.
crazy.
I hope these Pakistanis in the UK slap the fuck out of you. Yeah, don't talk ever again. You trouble causer, you Zionist pig. Thank God you're crying. You made a lot of children in Gaza cry. What are you talking about? I've got nothing to do.
Ah? You see how demented they are? You see how demented they are? It's like justifying their death threats and justifying this, abhorrent behavior towards a person by saying, oh, there's a genocide active. That sounds like a bitch. That honestly sounds like a bitch. Like, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with these radicals? What's that? What? Why? What's happened?
With Gaza. I've never supported any kind of war. So this is ridiculous. And then another person, LOL says, Lubna, you live in the UK. There is 10,000 of Pakistanis and Muslims, and all you have done is lie about them for the past 1 year. And did you expect what's going to happen to you? And then you invited Zionists on your channel who promoted deaths of children. Please don't act all innocent. Now you have
Don't
blood
know
on your
about
hands. Oh my God, my channel is open to everybody. Muslims have come on my channel as well. Jewish people come as well. Christians come as well. Atheists come as well. Hindus come as well.
Well, that's what makes it based, isn't it? That's what makes it good. That's why it was popping off, because there's no one-sidedness to it, right? It's we're getting the overall view from everyone's angle. That's a credit. If it's one-sided and biased, then that's not a credit. People are not going to watch that. Only people within that community. Then that becomes an echo chamber, right? We understand that, yeah? So, yeah, it's a good thing, having the channel open to anyone and open views, open mind, critical thinking. It's good things. I don't know what's up with these extremists, man. I don't know why they're doing this. I don't know why. It's going to take the good eggs in the community to speak out about why they're doing this. I don't know why they're not speaking out. I don't know why they're not shaming them for this sort of activity. Is it not about love? Is it not about love?
Come as well. So this is what I'm saying. What the reality of what I've done and what they see is, oh, Jewish person is here, Israeli is here. Okay, that's it. You know, like.
Yeah, you sold out. You sold out. Because you saw the views of an Israeli, you sold out. Because you saw the views of a Christian, you sold out. She saw the views of Muslims as well, sold out already because you saw the Israeli view. Oh my God. Very telling.
It's completely crazy. All the Muslims that support my channel, they don't see that. When I condemn any kind of war on both sides, and they don't see that. They just, it's completely. Then this person goes on to say, blood on your hands, Lubna. What are you talking about? You better shut your mouth now. Keep your mouth shut, Lubna. You don't live in Israel. You live in the United Kingdom of Islam.
Yeah, they're
you won't get away with mocking dead babies. And I've never mocked dead babies in Gaza. Are you completely crazy?
They've
it's
lost
completely.
it.
It's just like
They've
I'm just like shocked. This is exactly why.
I feel like maybe it's because of this, because she's had Israeli or whatever on her thing. This is what's really riled up the community. Maybe I think that might be the crux of the situation. I don't know, and I don't know at all about the situation. I've just found out about it today, but maybe that's what it is. And they somehow have equated in their mind that her having an Israeli point of view or her having a Christian point of view, basically her having a point of view that is not Muslim, any other point of view that is not Muslim, like having a conversation about that is enough. That's like, now you've gone too far, now you are the enemy, and you basically support the genocide in Palestine. You see the justification that they go through. It shows signs of a sick sect of people, sick individuals. It's unfortunate because it also makes the whole other community within the whole other, there's beautiful Muslims within Islam. It makes them look bad because they're not condemning it. There will be people condemning it, obviously. There will be people out there condemning it, but it needs more of this, and it needs more, because this is terrible. This is literally this is not love. This is not about accepting and love. Do you know what I mean? This is deadly. You can't even have conversation. You can't even see points of views to begin to see other points of views of understanding, become a better human being. You can't do that. You've got to be tunnel vision. Nah. That sounds very suspicious.
I don't even want to continue with this life. They're completely crazy people. I have never I've never mocked children's death in Gaza. That's the most stupidest, crazy thing someone can make up about me. That's just stupid.
Something that stood out to me was one of them said, "You've got blood on your hands." You see, this is what people do.
Yeah.
When they're internet keyboard warriors with no spines, is they'll say things that aren't directly threatening, but you know what they're getting at. And this is kind of the stuff that they'll say. They'll say things like, "You're responsible for X, Y, and Z," and "Oh, did you know there's like a lot of Muslim brothers and sisters around you?" Very, like, lots of men in particular,
vague
tens of
threats.
thousands.
Yeah.
And you live in the UK, we know you do, and they start
stuff like that.
hammering this up because they want critics of all shapes, colours, sizes, degrees to feel threatened.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Why is that? Why do they want critics to feel threatened? Why?
absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, why?
They threaten their own. They threaten people from their own communities. Imagine doing that. Imagine, like, I'm gonna say it.
Let alone someone from outside of the community. If they're able to do that to someone in their own community, oh good God.
Just saying, I'm gonna say it. I find that to be kind of cultish. You know, like, if I was part of a group where if I critiqued them, they would send me death threats. Like, I know it's not everyone, you know, it's not everyone at all. Most people are fine.
Yeah.
But if there were some people that would do that, and there was this blanket silence from everyone else to do anything.
Yeah, that's like a complete radicalization. That's like radical. He's sort of right when he's. I can see what he's saying when he's talking about cults and all of that, and also what he's about to go on to say. He said what lack of what.
Think about it. I'd feel like there's something going on here. Like,
Yeah.
I shouldn't be a part of this community because the community won't actually accept criticism. It only accepts constant praise. Whenever someone steps out, they have a funny habit of being silenced and not speaking or just going away somehow. I think that's a cult. I'm just being honest. You know,
That's suspicious.
I don't say it because it's like a provocative.
I mean, it's got very similar characteristics with them individuals that are radicalized to that degree. Yeah, I can understand what he's saying.
I say it because I actually think that's one of the ways you would identify a cult. If you cannot be critical of the community in any real sense without facing repercussion.
Yeah.
And shunning. But
Yeah,
what a
yeah.
load of absolutely disgusting people. And just to show just how terrified this woman is, who's done nothing wrong at all, not even come close to the line, wherever this line is. She's not even approaching it. She's 1,000,001 miles away, in her home, looking after her child as a single mom, trying to pay the bills. But some jihadi, some wannabe jihadi John, decides that he clutches at his pearls, and he decides it's a good thing to start threatening a single mom.
Yeah.
So much so that she...
So I think maybe he might have some sort of delusion in his head that might help him get to heaven as well. Yeah, there's an issue here.
He actually removes a guest off the live stream because these people that are sending her these death messages in the backstage, so like when you're doing a live, you can have guests on and there's like a backstage where people can type stuff.
Yeah.
These Muslim extremists who are typing stuff, these Islamists, are complaining that the guest that she has on is too Jewish.
Yeah.
So she kicks her out to appease the mob.
Yeah, no.
Kicks her out.
They're just making things up at this point.
It's okay. I'm gonna have to take you off the stage because they see you as someone who's Israeli Jewish, and they're trying to come after me for some stupid reason.
This is terrible. This is terrible.
It's fine. I'm just gonna go now. Like, I can't. I've screenshot your messages, by the way. This is the mentality. I've never said anything bad about Gaza, for God's sake.
Crazy.
Jesus Christ, seriously. It's just
Crazy.
completely... I'm just gonna go, guys, okay? just gonna go because I've never said anything
crazy.
like that. Sadly, what I've done and what they hear is completely different. And I think that no amount of communication, reasoning, they're not gonna understand, okay? Anyway, so I'd like to say is I wish these people well. I wish the Pakistani community well. I wish the Muslim community well. Good luck. I'm not going to bother talking about you guys again. But making up lies, dangerous lies, it's very, very like, you know, I don't know why you're making stuff up. I've never said any of that stuff that you're saying. Anyways, good luck, guys. That's it. I'm going by.
And she ends it.
That's so sad.
So
That is so
let's
sad,
look
man.
at her channel. Her channel is Candid with Lubna. She also has another channel which is Evolve with Lubna. I didn't know about that one. I only knew about Candid with Lubna. She has 80,000 subscribers. She had a ton of videos. Let me show you. Let me switch to my other screen. Let me show you. She now only has 27 videos.
Oh, bloody hell, they've rocked her to a court. She's so scared now that she's deleted all her videos. She was doing well. 80k is massive. On the cusp of the 100k.
27 videos. She's deleted pretty much everything as far as I can tell. In fact, there isn't even a videos option here for me. I can still see shorts. And I can still see this live that I showed you guys right now. So
That's
we can
sad,
look at the
man.
community posts, and you can kind of see the sort of stuff she was talking about. Nothing in this even remotely is questionable or anything. Like the latest post she put here. Look, I have involved the police and have decided to stop my activism, so we'll no longer discuss the topics I was discussing and may keep a limited online presence to speak about general news and life, etc. I'm proud of the community we built here, but I'm a single parent and my safety and children are the priority. We'll keep in regular touch so you all know I'm okay. Keep me and my family in your prayers, please. Again, before that, literally one day ago, before she
Bloody hell, man.
had to contact the police, I assume, more good apples from the Muslim Pakistani community. I think the progressive Muslims are ready for positive social reform. And then he goes on to show this. You are doing fantastic work as a British Pakistani.
See, there'll be loads and there'll be loads and there'll be loads that'll be speaking out about it as well. The good apples, man, and good. More.
Myself, I pray for the UK and see the threat of Islam and rise up by carrying out peaceful but effective and persistent protest, being a responsible voter, dismissing secularism as it promotes anti-British values, being a strong Christian to promote Christian British values, aim for
Who's
parliamentary
this?
positions to head the country back to
There's
its
a Christian
powerful
guy.
former glory. Again, this is pro-English, pro-UK,
Yeah.
a respect for native views, it's
Yeah.
a respect for Christian values.
Cool.
Again, what's she doing here? She's just quoting, look. Again, she's just saying, look, I'm really happy about the effect I'm having with people. I mean, look at this. Hi, Lubna. How can I contact you directly? I've been involved with the religious Muslim community for 37 years and consider myself one of them too. But the hypocrisy, the hate, the intolerance, the holier-than-thou attitude, I'm just absolutely sick of it. I don't see all your videos, but what I've seen so far is true, and it's all correct. We need to be called out for the BS, and we are hypocrites 100%. Now,
See.
Lubna, I know you're not a Christian, but you are a sincere person who I've enjoyed watching your content, and I think you're sincere and seeing the difficulties that you're in as a single parent with a child and having to support that child with Muslim extremists actively trying to hurt you, or at least claiming to. I want to help because I just feel that, hey, I have a platform and I feel like you're someone who I would very much like to help. Now, I was going to
That's
set
cool.
up my first thought actually was to set up some sort of GoFundMe, but then I saw this post here. Let's go to the top. So I've just checked in your last post 5 hours ago. You said that you've set up a GoFundMe page. So here's Lubna's GoFundMe page.
There it is.
There's the QR code if
There it is. If you want, and you know, it's there.
anyone's on a computer and they want to take a picture of it. So here's the actual GoFundMe page so far. Let me refresh. 1,500. Now, if we read the description here, she says, my life has been threatened by Islamic extremists. I need the funds urgently to relocate and provide a safe and secure place for my children as a single parent. Every bit helps.
That's terrible. That's such a terrible situation to be in, man. What a shame. Shame on them, man. Shame. Disappointing.
I, for one, am a big fan of demonstrating that people can't be successful by bullying and
No.
sending people death threats,
No, you
hoping to
can't.
deter them from doing what they actually.
You can't, and it makes it more telling. Why are you doing that? Why are you silencing her? Is there something fishy going on over there? Yeah, that's what it starts doing. That's all it does.
Want to do, especially when it's the most level-headed criticism you could imagine, and it's
Yeah.
obvious things. It's things that even
It's such a pity that we've sort of discovered Candid with Lubna right at the end of her supposed online career, where she had a lot of videos. It seems like I would have enjoyed her videos and reacted to them. You know, I would have reacted to them. It seems like she seems cool. It's a shame. It's a pity now. All of her videos are gone.
people within the Muslim community in the UK can agree
What a
with
pity.
is messed up and needs to change. Most of the people who watch my channel are Christian. I think that Lubna is someone who, as a single mum, who relies on YouTube for money, which is not a lot, by the way. Really, it's not a lot. And she's had to make another YouTube channel to try and raise additional income. Who's had that taken away from her, seemingly overnight because of death threats to her and her family. I'm not going to tolerate that, and the best way I can help is by making this video and encouraging people to donate to her GoFundMe so that she actually has some income, so she can relocate. She says in a
That's
GoFundMe
nice, isn't
page.
it? That's a good thing to do. I mean, that's every little helps. Anything can help in this sort of situation. I mean, good has to prevail. Goodness has to prevail, man. Evil can't win.
Actually needs the money to relocate from
We
a
can't have these like evil people, evil mindset, darkness, and all of that. We can't be having that. War and killings and murder and we can't. We don't want that. We're fed up. We want peace and love, man. Understanding with each other, tolerance. You know what I mean?
home because she needs to move. She says in the video the police
Pure
have told her,
madness.
hey, you probably want to think about getting out of here if people know where you live. I would ask guys whether you're like me and you're a Christian and you live in England, or maybe you're not Christian and you don't live in England. It doesn't matter. I think what matters is that we help someone who genuinely tried to do a good and sincere thing. Valid criticism against the Muslim community is a positive thing, and I've always supported that. More conversations, not less conversations. More level-headedness, not death threats, not jihadi johns everywhere. But
Yeah, no,
good,
we don't need that.
quality conversations. And Lubna has, for the time that I've been watching her content, has always been about that. So I want to encourage her, and that's why I'm going to donate. So let's do that now.
My guy, let's go. Big old donation.
1,500 has been raised. I think we can do a lot better than that, and I'm going to help. GoFundMe services has 0%. GoFundMe continue offer this service option amount here. I'm going to say no, because
No
I'm
tips
evil like
for
that.
them.
I don't want to give GoFundMe any money. I want this to go to Lubna. I'm going to have to hide my card details, so please do remind me. If that's available on this video, please do tell me. I need to get them cut down. I actually don't know if you can see this either. There we go.
Done.
So guys, if you are in a position where you can help Lubna, I very much encourage you to do so. And finally, before I end this video, because I don't actually have a way of contacting you at the moment, Lubna, if you do want to reach out and have a chat, I'll do whatever I can to raise awareness of your GoFundMe and try to help in any way I possibly can
Well, that's
to support
nice.
you.
That's a good thing.
Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Let's hope Lubna can get somewhere safe and that she's financially supported. And
Yeah.
God bless you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.
Well, that was a sad one, really. Tragic. It's terrible what she's going through, and no one should have to go through that. That's bad. I quite like this guy, Chris, at Speaker's Corner. Oh, so he goes Speaker's Corner and all that. I've been considering going there, you know. Honestly, let's open just to chill, just to look. Candid with Lubna, and then there she is. I'm subscribed to it because when I saw it this morning, the clip of it, I thought I'm going to subscribe to her. Help me out. She's got a little short that just popped there. But yeah, I'll pin both channels when the time comes. Let me know what you think about that. That's a bit... I find it very sad. I find that sad. What a terrible situation. The people that did this to her literally proved her point. That's how, from last 1400 years, this cult survived. Pray for the woman trapped by Islam. She has done her part. She's shown people in the UK that the Pakistanis and other Muslims are what they're all about. Thank you, Lubna. To me, you are a hero. Well, this is sad. I'll keep an eye on it. We'll look into more of this sort of stuff here as well. We'll start looking into why possibly these extremists could be thinking this way. What leads to extremists thinking, going down these unholy avenues of death and death threats and darkness and evil and pure fear. I don't understand why. So maybe we'll be able to look into it a little bit deeper and begin to understand. All one can do is question, right? And keep an open mind, open heart, as I always say. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with the world around you. And that's it. Love, care for each other. I mean, that's ultimately all we can do. But yeah, until the next one, guys, I appreciate you for chilling. And yeah,